Welcome back to another episode of tripleM Cape Town Fishing Adventures. In this episode, we talk all about Galjoen fishing. Galjoen is our national fish of South Africa, and we are allowed to catch 2 galjoen per day with a minimum size of 35 centimeters. Also note that Galjoen season is open from the 1st of March to midnight of 14 October each year. I am the owner of my rock and surf guiding business tripleM Cape Town Fishing Adventures, and also the author of the book, The Galjoen Legend of the Ocean. Let me give you some insights of what you can expect when buying my book. First of all, I would like to thank my wife Melissa for all your support and my moderator Dirk Rousseau for everything you've done to help me make this book a huge success. When we look at the table of contents, you'll see it consists of 5 parts. As you can see, I've covered every single aspect of Galjoen fishing in very informative detail. You will not be disappointed when buying this book, as it's not just for Galjoen fishing, but any type of reef fishing with 19 step-by-step bait presentation. When it comes to bait presentations, make sure you try out different baits for Galjoen, as they can be extremely fuzzy feeders. The one day they prefer white mussel and or red bait, the next day just worm baits. That is why I like to use combination baits when fishing for Galjoen. This can be anything from bloodworm combined with moonshine worm. Make sure your bait is nice and fresh for good results. Moonshine worm and white mussel is probably one of my favorite combination baits to use. Make sure you put on the moonshine worm first and then add your white mussel onto the worm. Also note how I tear open the white mussel before adding it onto the worm. Red bait and white mussel combo is also a mean bait. You can either use the white mussel with matured red bait or fresh stuff. Galjoen just love the combination bait, especially when they feed slowly on the day. Don't throw away your worm and sand prawn combination. Very deadly bait to use, especially when there's other species around. Always add your worm first to the hook, then your sand prawn. Make sure your bait is tied up neatly from bottom to top. With this bait cast in the right area, you can be sure to get a good fish of note. Also note that probably the most important bait to have is some very matured red bait. Galjoen just love feeding on red bait, especially in the beginning of the season. The way you present your bait is also very important. Make sure that the bait is tied up from bottom to top. Try to use very thin cotton or latex on your bait, as this will also help when targeting Galjoen. Then another bait that forms about 70% of Galjoen's diet is black mussels. Most anglers never use this bait as it can be tricky to get onto the hook. Here you will see exactly what I do with the black mussels and how I present it onto my hook. The bait presentation in my book also shows you step by step how to do this very important bait. Next time when you're at the water, make sure to get some black mussels off the rocks and try this bait out. Fishing for Galjoen between the reefs is very exciting and one must pinpoint your cast in the right spot, as it will sometimes only feed in one small specific area. Also try to go for galjoen as the sun rises. This is always the most important time of the day when they start to feed actively as the sun is about to rise. When it comes to fighting the galjoen between the reefs, make sure your tackle is up to standard. Anything from a light to medium rod, and also use the correct sinker weight according to your rod. I like to use a 2 to 4 ounce rod paired with a medium sized reel spooled with 50 pound winch braid, and also remember the braid leader of 80 to 100 pounds. Is a must have, as those big galjoen don't play around and they will quickly give you a hiding between the reefs if your tackle is not up to standard. I like to use a 0.6mm fluorocarbon hook snood about 40 to 60 centimeters and a lighter sinker trace of about 10 to 12 kilogram breaking strain, and the length more or less 20 to 30 centimeters. Galjoen are extremely hard fighters for their size, and they can leave you heartbroken, especially the big ones, when they show you who's the boss between the reefs. That is also what makes targeting galjoen so exciting. Sometimes you beat them and sometimes they beat you, and that is what makes you come back for more adrenaline rushing action. Usually when I catch a big galjoen, I will look for a nice big pool to put them in, just to revive them a bit, and after a nice photo I will let them go, as for me that is breeding stock and also a personal choice. Once again, thank you for watching. Give it a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Please note that my galjoen book is available in various tackle shops, and if you cannot find one in your area, I will send it to you via couriers. Here's my details of how to get in contact with me either via email or WhatsApp, and I will sort you out as soon as possible. Till the next episode, stay safe, stay blessed, and tight lines.